Let's return to normality now because it's important business. Why? Officially, today it's 22 days until the 2018 Soccer World Cup. It kicks off, of course, in Russia. And although South Africa won't be making the trip to Russia, sorry to lay it on so thick, there are a few other African nations doing us proud that we really do need to get behind as a continent. So to chat about how our African representatives are going to fare, we've joined this morning by our sports journalist, Ashfak Mohamed. Ash, always good to have you here.
Yeah.
I can see you're getting nervous there, just working on your Australian accent in the background. Don't worry.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate. Should we be really upset that Bafana aren't in this World Cup? I mean, we could have done it. We could have done it.
No, we should have. You know, the two qualifiers against Cape Verde Islands, those were the two crucial ones that they couldn't pull through. If they'd won those games, they would have been in Russia next month. You know, there's so much talent. We've got such a lot of resources in our Premier Soccer League. You know, a few guys overseas as well. Rich football heritage in South Africa. How can we not be at the World Cup? The last one we qualified for was 2002. 2010 only because we hosted, that's why we were there. so that's really problematic. You know, it's 16 years now that Bafana wouldn't be at qualifying for the World Cup.
And it's absolute nonsense. I should have let you have that tirade in an Australian accent, actually. Yeah. It would have been so good, man. So let's look at the positive side of that coin. Egypt, Senegal, Nigeria, Tunisia, and Morocco all represented some pretty good sides.
Yeah, no, fantastic. You know, and I think Egypt, really, they're the team to beat in terms of the African sides. We all know about Mohamed Salah. He's been unbelievable for Liverpool. Premier League record goal scorer in a 38-match season, 32 goals.
And everyone's favourite player, players' player,
yes,
Football Association's
all the awards
player.
As well.
Yeah.
44 goals across all competitions. That's unbelievable. You know, just the way he's fitted into the English Premier League. Because he's quite a quick and light player, people felt he's going to be kicked around a lot in England. You know? Yeah. But he's proven himself, and he's now a world star.
Of course, he's going to be doing his duty for Liverpool. Do we see that when you think of the likes of the Sadio Manes, all of these guys that do so well for club, does that form necessarily convert to country? Mentioning names like Didier Drogba, guys who you've expected so much from, and it doesn't always translate onto an international field.
I guess it depends on the teammates as well, the feed that he gets, you know. But I think Salah is such a quality player that he can actually carry that Egyptian side. They've also got some other hard guys like the 45-year-old goalkeeper, Essam El Hadari. You know, he stayed around, hasn't retired so that he can get to the World Cup. And you know, he's a wonderful player. So I think Egypt, there's some of their parts, really, they're a competent team.
And there's continuity there as well, which we know is so important when it comes to the big stadium. Other players, mentioned Sadio Mane. Which stars should we be looking out for?
Nigeria's got quite a few guys who used to play in England and some who are still there. John Obi Mikel, their captain, he's a brilliant player. Chelsea star in the past. Wilfred Ndidi, he's there now. Kelechi Iheanacho, he will lead the attack. Victor Moses, and so we can go on, you know. So Nigeria, they've got a real chance as well. They've got the team to compete at the World Cup.
So who's going through, man? We've got to get through one hurdle at a time. When we look at those groups, I mean, it's a pretty tough field across the board. You know, who do you see surfacing into the knockouts?
I would have said Nigeria because they've got the strongest team for me, but they've got a tough group with Argentina there, Iceland as well, and Croatia. Egypt probably have a slightly easier group with Russia, Uruguay and Saudi Arabia. I think Saudi Arabia is the outsiders there. So if they can get through Russia, the host, you know, with all that pressure, get 3 points there, then it's all against Uruguay.
It's in their hands. Do you think we're going to see an African team win this World Cup?
Sure, tough call, eh? Nigeria, I still say they've got the strongest team with Argentina and Messi there. They haven't been successful with Messi in World Cups before. So if they can pull off an upset there, Nigeria's the team.
Oh, man, well, we'll get a slight indication of Mo's form, of course, heading into that World Cup when we see Liverpool take on Real Madrid in the UEFA Champions League. Come on, man, come on. Go back to your Australian accent if you're going to rant like that. But that's our pick of who we think is going to shine from an African perspective at the 2018 World Cup.